First, I want to thank my wife, Marlene, for minding my obligations on the East Coast so I could fly here for the day. She's very sorry not to share this occasion and these memories of our dear friend, and sends love to everybody. Today's gathering, by the way, I wrote 203 words when I thought I wasn't going to come, and when John was going to read them, so I'm going to expand on it slightly as ad-libbing. Today's gathering is both a melancholy send-off and a joyous celebration of the great man we all loved. Many of you here have wonderful memories of Doug, his loving spirit, his joyful presence, and his hope for mankind. Those who do not have their own memories of Doug, please share ours, the memories of this wonderful group. As for any great prophet, everyone thinks they're carrying on Doug's work with varying and twisted interpretations that will be argued about for centuries to come. But hey, it's wonderful that everybody feels inspired. See, as I understand it, Doug felt that the things had come to a complete halt when his people were hired away by Xerox PARC. And electronic documents turned to the dark side of the force with font madness and sickness. Project Bravo, you see, they built the Alto computer that had all these pretty fonts on the screen, and people became hypnotized. And so Chuck Simone created the Bravo project to edit these on the screen. And then he went away and started Microsoft Word. And John Warnock worked out a way to print the same characters on all different printers, and he went away and started Adobe and gave us Acrobat. So the structure that Doug was doing with linkage was lost. And instead we got paper simulation. The world has been hypnotized by paper simulation, hypnotized to believe that electronic documents should imitate paper, which is like tearing the wings off a 747 and driving it on the highway as a bus. Doug gave us links. Now, I have to be working in parallel. I never heard of Doug Engelbart till I'd been designing. I started on my own I was a movie maker. And I said, oh, screens. I can do that. And started figuring out what we needed for electronic documents. Now, my approach was completely different. Doug wanted to empower the group. I wanted to escape the group. The prevailing doctrine when I was a boy was that the IQ of a committee is the square root of the IQ, some of the squares. Because you see, what it means to be smart is that you have a lot of things in your mind simultaneously, a lot of context, a lot of possibilities that can be dynamically superimposed and rearranged into optimal, ideally, into new solutions. Whereas when you're dealing with a bunch of people, you have to wait until the slowest person in the room has figured out everything, and then moving it on to the next concept will take twice as long. So the very notion, Doug taking the opposite notion that yes, we can improve the performance of teams, this came as a shock to me. I've looked up to Doug since he first showed me the mouse and NLS in 1966. For the last 20 years, Marlene and I have been with him, and then Karen at least 4 days a year in Japan and England and California and New Jersey. He spoke at the Oxford Internet Institute and suddenly fell sick. And we took care of him in our apartment for a month. And it was a great privilege and wonderful to be with him all that time. But our happiest enduring memory was when he and Karen married us at the Frank Lloyd Wright Civic Center, which helped to solve the complex and urgent problems of us. As mentor, colleague, hero, exemplar, and pal, not just to me, but to all of you, Doug, I salute you forever.